If you're creating landing pages for your clients and are getting charged 50, 100, 150 for hosting, stop. Today I'm going to show you on how you can host any landing page for free with PayMeGPT and GitHub in 10 minutes. Now this is PayMeGPT, and this is what gives your Claude real superpowers. With this hooked up to Claude via MCP, you're able to do a variety of different things. You can have Claude act as your own personal assistant to create custom AI agents, to create landing pages, to push these landing pages to GitHub. You can have it schedule or auto post onto your different social media platforms, create captions, generate images. The list goes on. This is the best way to provide services to businesses who are looking to get into AI and utilizing the power of it. Now, I already have a video on this, on how to set it up with your Claude via MCP. I'll leave the video up above. The first thing we're going to do is jump straight into Claude. And I already have this set up. Now, the first thing we're going to do is simply tell it what we want. Hi, I would like you to create a landing page with PayMeGPT that is for a pet care. It can be simple. We'll iterate later on the UI and things and make final adjustments. For the information, use random information. We don't have anything for that right now. Again, we will iterate later on this. So now what's going to happen is PayMeGPT or Claude is going to look through the tools that it has with capabilities to what it can create with PayMeGPT, and it's simply going to create the landing page. Now, again, if you are having a customer or client that you want to build a landing page for, you simply would collect all of their customer information, all their business information, and just dump it in here. And Claude would use it as a guide to create this landing page for you. So right now what's happening is it's using MCP to create a landing page on PayMeGPT. And just like that, the landing page is done. So let me open this up. As you can see, pause and KF Fiji demo page is live. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Now again, this is very, very basic. This is one single prompt, and I even specified to keep it really simple. We will iterate later on this. So this is just to show you the capabilities of how you can create a landing page. Again, if you want something like, see the button is orange, we can even do things like, let's change the book button now to green. Claude will understand what it needs to do, use the tools that he has access to, ask sometimes to allow, we always allow, or I always allow at least, and it's going to go ahead and edit the landing page. And this is perfect because once you've built out a site, you can offer the service to your customers by saying, hey, if you want, certain changes done, just let me know. And rather than going in and manually changing things, you just tell Claude and he does all the work. Literally copy paste your client's message, throw it into here, and he'll handle the rest. So as you can see, done, bro. Book button is now green. So if we go back here, we should be able to just refresh and it should be green, just like that. All right. So now we have the landing page. Now we want it to be on GitHub to be hosted. So what we can do is push this landing page to GitHub to be hosted on a repo. Create a new repo for this. Okay, so now it's going to look, and you have to connect your GitHub first in PayMeGPT. You can do that by going to settings, integrations, advanced, and then over there you will have GitHub, and it's a very simple process. Okay. As you can see, it's already done. Deployed, bro, live URL, the repo. It's given us the live URL and the repo as well, and said give it 1 to 2 minutes to go live on GitHub Pages. After that, we can hook up the custom domain. Again, to quickly just check, we can click on the live URL and it should open it up, and there you go. It's pushed it to GitHub, but this is very ugly. So we want to have our own custom domain on this. And what we want to do is just head on over to the repo. Open link, and this is where we are. Now, the next thing we're going to do is simply head over to settings. From settings, we want to go to pages on the left-hand side, right here. Then we want to scroll down to where it says custom domain. I have a domain on GoDaddy. And so depending on what your providers are, if it's GoDaddy, if it's Namecheap, or any of the other ones, you can actually ask Claude based off that if there's a different process you might need to take for this. But all in all, it should be pretty much the same process. So for this one, we're here at custom domain. What we want to do is grab our domain, and I have this one, which is completely unrelated to the landing page we created. We can actually change the landing page later to match that. But we're going to grab this domain right here, and we're going to head on over GitHub, paste the domain, and click save. Now it's going to fail on the first one, just letting you know. That is completely normal. It's going to check the DNS and it's going to say failed. And the reason for that is because we haven't set it up yet on GoDaddy or whichever your provider is, which is really easy. As you can see, both bullet bytes are common, blah, blah, blah. It's not configured. Perfect. Now we head on back over to Claude. And we can say the domain has been added, but it failed. What are the IP addresses that I need to put into, the DNS records that I need to put into GoDaddy? Now, these IP addresses, these records, are actually from GitHub's documentation, right? So this is where they actually come from. So it's telling you exactly what you need to add. And I'm going to see if I can do this like that. Perfect. Okay, so we have some other stuff here. That's okay. We want to add a new record. And I'll open up my email on the right-hand side because I have security in there. Now, this might be different for you. You may have this additional security or not. That's completely fine. For me, it'll just prompt me to put in a code. So I'm just preparing myself for that. So now what we're going to do is choose the type, and we'll choose the A record for that. And then we'll put the @ in here, and we'll collect the first one. Copy that, paste it on the value, and click save. Now for me, it's going to prompt to get a code. You again, this might be different. I'll skip these parts. Let's verify. So that's the first one. Now we're going to add the next one. Add a new record. And again, it's going to be A, @ and the second one. Save. And another new record, A again, @ again. So in this instance, if you're asking Claude for the GitHub IPs, it'll just provide it to you. And if you're not sure of it, what you can also do is you could just ask it to give you a direct link to the actual documentation that shows this. And then the last one for the A records, this one right here. The beauty of this is because it has tool context and it understands PayMeGPT and it also understands how to support all the other things. If you get confused or stuck, you just ask Claude. You're like, hey, I'm stuck here. What do I do? Even like a split screen of this, screenshot across, helps a ton if you get stuck, but you shouldn't. I'm trying to make this video as informative as possible. Done. Okay, so that's it for the A records. Now we're doing the CNAME record. So for this one, we click again, add new record, CNAME, www, right here, www, and then the value can be this right here. All right. And we'll just click save. This is the last one. It obviously takes longer because I have this, second verification in here. But if it is for you where you don't have that, it'll just fly by. You just enter in the 4 different IPs, the CNAME record, and then in some cases, what I personally like to do, I like to copy everything that's on that screen and give it to Claude and be like, hey, what do I need to enter? And in some cases, it tells, okay, enter all the A records. And then for CNAME, you might already have something there that you can just edit rather than adding a new one. That's a little bonus tip right there. But yes, the last one has come through, so I can verify this and done. Now, the only thing in GoDaddy DNS, everything's been added. Remove an existing conflicting A records pointing at add. DNS can take up to 10 minutes. So what I would do is I can come back here, check again. And if something is wrong, then it would probably mean that we need to remove any conflicting A records. But again, what I said is, copy everything, throw it to Claude. If you are new to this space, to this section, then it'll just remove it. Gonna retrieve. Okay, so let's come back here. I'm gonna show you this in real time. Anything to delete or all good? So this is literally how you could do it. You don't have to know all the stuff. So all good, bro, DNS up correctly. It's going through everything, nothing to delete. Now wait 10 minutes to a few hours for DNS to propagate. Go back to GitHub repo, settings, pages, click check again. Once it's pressed, tick enforce HTTPS. This is important. Don't forget this. So pages, let me check again. Yeah, this could take a moment. What I'm going to do is, because I want to keep this all in one video and show you the complete product, the outcome, I'm going to stop it right here until it is ready, and then I'll come back. All right, we're back. As you can see, I got a little bit impatient. I was asking how long can this take to. So it gave me some estimates, 50 minutes to 2 hours. So I went back to check, and as you can see, DNS check successful. Now we want to click enforce HTTPS. That's super important. With this done, we're pretty much all complete. What I can do even is copy all this, go to Claude, drop this in. And this pretty much just gives Claude some context. If there's anything that you are worried about, maybe missing, you give it to him. He'll tell you something's missing, but all is good. So right now, if I go to bulletbyte.com, we should go to that particular page that we created. Now, I'll give you a heads up. it can say that it won't work because it does take a little bit of time to hit. But in this case, we're all good. So there you go, Premium Chatbot. Let's actually do one more thing before we jump off. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake with the landing page. Would you be able to regenerate that particular landing page that we have for a dental business? Now, these are changes that you can just make, and this is why it's so incredible. Again, if there are any changes that are required, rather than going in manually and changing things, you can just do it right from here. So we'll wait for this to complete. As you can see, updating landing page. You can see the request currently regenerating. This is a demo page. Yeah, it's giving all the information right here. This is the stuff that's happening in the background, what we don't really see up front here. Okay, updating. I'll come back when this is done. Okay, as you can see, it says done, bro. Buller by Dental is now live. Okay, sync landing page to GitHub. Beautiful. This is why I gave it context. So worth noting for the video, bro, the GitHub repo is still named Pause and Care Fiji under the hood, but the domain and the content are all Buller Byte Dental now. If you want, we can rename the repo later, but it does not affect anything user facing. This is really, really cool. This is why I love this whole tech stack, because these little things, it's just like, hey, quick heads up, right? So it gives us a little idea of what's happening in the background. Okay, so let's see if updated already. Okay. Yeah, so it didn't bring the image in, but again, like I said, I wanted this one from the get-go to be super simple so that we can iterate later on it. You can create some really incredible landing pages with this. Actually, I'll pull one up right now that Ryan, our CEO, has created. This is what's possible with this tech stack, right? And this was done with like just a couple of prompts, couple of iterations. Look at this right here. By the way, fully functional, right? You can have this set up for checkouts and everything, collect payments. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Yeah, powered by PayMeGPT. The Chatbot King Bistro. And this is how you connect your custom domain or your client's custom domain to your landing page that is hosted for free on GitHub, created with Claude and PayMeGPT MCP. I hope this video was helpful. We have more videos coming out. Feel free to join our communities. I'll link them down below. See you in the next one.